All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, set by Picaroon. It has been a tough week for me. All right, this is what I like to see. Yesterday I was complaining about the joined up clues that weren't contiguous or in order, but here we do have it. Entertained by situation, you reportedly saw compilers in stadium. Wow, I've no idea if the definition is maybe entertained. I think entertained might be an anagram indicator. But then you reportedly saw, so one of those might be a homophone, probably the you. Compilers in stadium, is that a punning way to describe something, some kind of gladiators, or no, I'm not getting that. Giving notice of rebellion on Instagram. 9 letters which Instagram has, and as a giving notice, I do see we have ing in here. Let's try the anagram helper and let's see if the old gram might be, would it just be giving notice, and then rebellion on is an anagram. Sat arming, mastaring, stammering. No, I don't see it. So I don't think it is that. I see leader of Maquis, is that how you pronounce that? In charge of resistance units. Leader of Maquis, I presume, is M. In charge of could be IC. And resistance units, I thought that was ohms. And then where's the IC? IC, But is it some other unit of resistance? Yeah, I'm not saying that either. Base sent back American troops, ones put in the rear. American troops could be GIs. So if that's back SIG, with ones put in the rear, it could be I or IS. I presume it's going to mean base, which of course has a few different meanings. Not seeing it. Of course, American could be sent back SU, and then troops could be any of the abbreviations for the army, and then with an I at the end. No, trash lies scattered. Oh, thank goodness we have an obvious anagram here. Behind London attraction. Let me pause and do that on paper. No, I'm not spotting it. There's a lot of possibilities with those letters. I hope I'm right. I don't get the behind part, but maybe when I solve it, that'll be clear. All right. Slim picking so far. Dim kind of family, initially delayed. It's funny because family, I immediately think kin, and initially delayed would be D, but we already have kind, dim kind of family. But I presume it's going to mean dim, which could be intellectually dim or just light-wise dim. Kind of family followed by a D, I suppose. I'm thinking it's going to be more like shaded. Um, no, a winning song for one who might sing a lullaby. Wow, a winning song. No. Great cook's equipment. Mine comes from the east. Yeah, I think comes from the east must be the definition because great cook doesn't great cook's equipment doesn't seem like a definition, but it could be something like great, like big pan, big. Mine comes from the east. No. Might such rhetoric be no great shakes? I presume it's a punning double definition, so it's a kind of rhetoric. But then no great shakes like tremble um, or maybe even be very stable and not shaking at all. No, when circling wild monster is concerning, when circling wild seems like an anagram, but anagram indicator monster is, but then we have um, two definitions when circling. Well, when circling can also be an anagram. Wild monster is concerning. Something about something concerning no. Antipathetic sort, scoffed, introduced to personnel. I don't know what antipathetic means. Sort, of course, could be anagram. I don't think so. I wonder if it's a word for scoffed is put inside the letters H and R for personnel. Antipathetic. Yeah, let me look up antipathetic. Well, it means, I suppose, like antipathy, having or showing a strong aversion or repugnance. So could it be like a hater? That's exactly, I was going to say a hater, and I realized eight is scoffed. Ah, okay, well, that was fairly straightforward. Thank goodness, finally. Let's try this 25 down. Crowd booting out king. This shows a lot of cheek. Ah. Oh, yeah. So Just thinking about the definition showing a lot of cheek. It is a cheeky definition. A thong would do that, and a crowd is a throng, but you remove the R for Rex, for king. All right. National newspaper runs article accompanying TV panel show. National newspaper runs article accompanying. I don't know where to go with that one. Runs could be R, and then article could simply be A or AN. But then accompanying TV could be set, Rasset, but then panel show, or where does the national newspaper? It could be a daily, or and with so many words, I was just saying, is it the initial? But there's nothing to indicate initial letters. Now I'm going to have to come back to that one. Director of Chekhov, one, receiving new bits of information. Not sure about that. And then just like we had the two top ones joined together, the two bottom lights are combined. Boy who upsets girls, say, turned quiet in endless wild parties repeatedly. This is funny because we just had Georgie Porgy recently. And I think Georgie Porgy kissed the girls and made them cry. So I think orgies are the endless wild parties repeatedly. So we have two ORGIE. Turned, say is EG turned, so GE at the start. And then quiet is put, or pianissimo, or piano is put in the middle of the two of them. So thank goodness for that one as well. Now 16 down looks interesting. Get on with horse, stifling feeling of irritation. I think it might mean get on with, as in just carry on, make progress. And then a horse stifling a feeling of irritation. Is that some word or phrase for a feeling of irritation that has a horse inside it? Or, or the other way around, the horse goes around the feeling of irritation? Or does the whole thing mean feeling of irritation? Get on with horse, stifling. No, I was very hopeful with those letters, but how about this one? Feeling contrite about calamity, good. So the first thing I thought about feeling contrite might be ruin, and its ruin is calamity and then G for good. Now we have some more combined clues. Unfortunately, these don't follow exactly one after the other, but supply Thay and Café au lait for French drink supplier. Let's see, 13 letters. How can we get that out of... I'm wondering if supply could be supply, meaning you massage or rearrange the letters. is 6, and then cafe au lait. No, so I wonder if it's THE and cafe, that gives us 7, and then au lait gives us 6. For a French drink supplier, is it a well-known company? I can just think of Perrier. Of course, could be a wine. But I don't know if there's any well-known wine. We're going to have a C. Oh, we are going to have TCH. Could that be part of it? Have to come back to that. Asian, ready to use the bathroom after sport. And it's just 5 letters. Is it an Asian nationality in 5 letters? But what is... So, but we're going to have to then, in 5 letters, get ready to use the bathroom and a short sport. What are short I suppose it would be an abbreviation. Oh, actually, it's because the first thing I thought of was rugby union. I think I've seen that before, RU. And I realize ready is slang for cash, so it's an Asian money or coin. And to use the bathroom is to pee after rupee. All right. That's a good one. So this now is definitely not an anagram of Instagram, but so what would you, I think it's just a pun, notice of rebellion, reposting, something like that. Not sure. All right. Like certain atoms in air, probed by a learner after university. Like certain atoms in air. Yeah, I wonder if like certain atoms is the definition. Air probed by a learner would be AL. After uni could be either U or uni. Yeah, so the word univalent came to mind. Or do you say univalent? I think it's univalent. So it is uni and AL, and then air is vent. And so I have a vague memory of valency in physics. All right, so now that's an interesting letter pattern. Entertained by situation, you reportedly saw compilers in stadium. Ooh, Circus Maximus. I just thought of circus. And then I had said something, didn't I, about gladiators, Maximus. But how does this work? Entertained by situation. Situations, circumstances. You reportedly saw compilers. Picaroon is our compiler today. Setters, I don't know. It's a little early for me to check, but let me go ahead and check this. It is right, but I'm definitely going to have to refer to 15 squared to understand this. Is it the name of other setters, either for the Guardian or others? I wonder if a saw could be a maxim, an old saying, a maxim could be a saw. And then compilers, we have some of those letters, but no. No, I'm not going to waste any more time on it. We're just going to have to hope 15 squared answers it for us, and so far they have. All right, we do now have a C at the beginning there, French drink supplier, Cabernet, no. All right, let's try kids utterance, which of course could be a goat's, eating chaps plum. A kid's utterance eating chaps, and then I think the definition would be plum, which could mean the best or choice, but not getting it. Oh, but look at this. A word beginning with X. Yeah, what's the Zulu's close relative? There is a South African language tribe. I don't think it's Xuxa. I may be mixing it up with the Brazilian singer Xuxa. Zulu's close relative has ox. Ah, yeah. So actually, it's an anagram of has ox. But can I think it's XHOSA. And since I am being a devil and checking things early, I'm going to check it. It is right. All right. Thank goodness. So now I think this might be ohms with. I wonder if it could be ohmic. Is that an adjective for ohms? So the definition is of resistance units. And then IC, of course, is O, just an exclamation. M, leader of Mackie, and IC is in charge. I like that. Writer of top spy book upset about bloomer. Ooh, oh, writer could be here referring to himself, and it might be me. I mean, we're supposed to think, I think of Ian Fleming and Bond. Of top spy book upset about bloomer. So maybe it's, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a flower, which would be appropriate for Valentine's Day, but maybe, yeah. Oh, it could, of course, a bloomer can also be an error, a mistake. I think I'm going to need more for that one. All right, well, yeah, I don't, it's a pity one down didn't continue into 21 down, but we do have here spies dry, gnarled trees by river with very frozen water. Very frozen water. Well, you think of ice. So I think the definition is spies, because I just looked at the pattern and thought, secret service. We're not exactly spies, but anyway, we'll give them that. So dry, I think, is sec. Gnarled trees is RETSE, an anagram of trees. By river with very, V, and then the frozen water is ice. All right, I'm picking up after a very slow start. What optimists seek are what we will need to make wage. Optimists seek rose-tinted glasses, glass half full, are what we will need to make wage, earn something living. No, not getting it. Ronaldo's current boring antics are fooling around. Ending in O. Excuse me, that's funny. Are fooling, I presume fooling around might be an anagram of Ronaldo's plus, I don't know, plus C for current. But then boring antics almost looks like a triple definition, but I don't think it is. Boring antics. Nope. Get on. Well, yeah, we looked at this before. Get on with horse. No extra letters. How about extract? Personal info about father when hosting son. I think it's going to mean extract. And then personal info could be your name or age. I quite like age because we also have to put in something for father, and then it has to host, I think, S for son. Yeah, could it be a no, not getting it. All right, let's have I looked at everything? I think so. All right, let's nothing new there. All right, here we have this I. Let me pause and think about that. No, nothing coming to me on that. I did wonder if maybe the definition is giving, and then notice could be add, rebellion on Instagram, or it could be giving notice as in resigning. Nope. How about the base sent back? Oh, one's put in the rear. No, I was not expecting it to end in A. Opera, but I don't think it's that. Could one's put in the rear be the definition? Suppository of some kind. But base. No. Well, let's try this anagram now that we have some letters. Trash lies. And it would mean behind London attraction. We we only have one other vowel to use. So yeah, maybe it's not an anagram. Yeah, let me stop this for a moment and just think about if it is an anagram. I think the I is going to have to be here or here. And then we would have between A and E, we'd have three consonants. Oh, well, I was thinking of ASTLE, but then I was thinking, oh, is it a castle? But we don't have a C. Well, let's try that. Rishastle, Shirastle, no, no, don't think that's it either. All right, our dim kind of family, the winning song. A winning song, what does that even mean? I think it's going to mean then what for one who might sing a lullaby. But who might sing a lullaby? A parent? No. And then this, oh, Ray Cook's equipment. Mine comes from the east. Wonton soup, a wok, cook's equipment. Big top, no. Might such rhetoric be no great shakes? Let me pause and think about that one. Well, I had the idea to look up the different types of rhetorical devices, which I think all have Greek letters. And there's one I've heard of before, litotes, which is an understatement in which an affirmative is expressed by the negative. So I think by saying no great shakes, that is, I suppose, an example of litotes. Let's check it. It is correct. So now, well, we have a C and an L, so let's try THE, Cafe Olay. Oh, Chateau Lafitte. Yes, I think that's it. EAU, and then I presume then just one F and one T. I'm not sure I would have known how to spell that otherwise, but let's check that one. That is correct too. So now giving notice, something like apply, apprising. Oh, I think Instagram is an app and a rebellion is a rising. So apprising somebody, I'm not sure it's giving notice of, it's filling somebody in, right? Giving someone the details. Oh, now our, yes, I did say suppository, but enema, oh my goodness, we've had rupee and now enema. Their mind is in the gutter today. So how do we get this base sent back American? Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I think troops would be men that are sent back, amen. But where does that first E come from? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. We'll have to look at the blog. Now, our kids' utterance eating chaps plum. Um, I can just think of magical as a word that fits, but I don't know how that, and that could be plum, I suppose, as in it's a positive descriptor, I suppose, but I don't really like it. Um, yeah, let's look at this dim kind of family initially del delayed. The dim kind of family, something like unlit on, but then I wonder if it's some a word that ends in maybe an N and then we put the D for initially delayed. What would that do to what optimists seek or what we will need to make wage? Um, I don't like the D there, but I am wondering if this could be some kind of living. I think this is probably 26 is going to begin with an I. This was our national newspaper, runs article, accompanying TV, panel show. QI, of course, is a TV panel show. Runs article. But where do we get the, I mean, could it just be QI at the end? Maybe it's a national newspaper in some other country. R for runs, and for article. Let's check it. No, but the QI is correct. National newspaper. The Sun, of course, but I still think it's going to be the definition. Runs article. No, I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. Ah, so it's national is the definition, and Iraqi is a national. But then newspaper is oh yes, of course there is the Independent has the, is it like a sister publication or a slimmed down version called I? So I need to remember that for future reference. So I, R for runs, A for article. Okay, that makes sense. So then that would be an I. If this was living, when circling, wild monster is concerning. I think it might be what you might say in a official letter in something of, meaning concerning in, what would you say? When circling, wild monster. Now I'm going to reveal that one. In terms of, okay. Oh, so it is an anagram of monster, right? Monster. Oh, I think when is if, Oh, I think that's a very loose synonym for if to say when. To me, when and if are very different things. But I can see that is circling an anagram of monster. Oh my goodness. Let's try extract personal info about father when hosting son. So there I think is the S for son. Um, could it be apsolaps? No, I'm not getting it exactly, so let's reveal it. Passage. Oh, an extract. Oh my goodness. Uh, is a passage from a book. Personal info about father. So it's personal info about father is Paz age, which hosts son. Oh my goodness. Very tricky. Now, our director of Chekhov, one receiving new bits of information. Oh, they're, of course, the director of Blow Up, Antoni Oni. Is that right? Um, Chekhov. Oh, Anton is Chekhov. And then one receiving new, I think the N. Yeah, so I think it's Anton receiving new. And I think bits of information is 1 and 0, which could be, or it could be input output, could be bits of information, or it could be 1 and 0 as bits. Interesting. All right. Now get on with hoarse, stifling feeling of irritation. So it seems like it's going to be something onto, latch onto comes to mind. Let's check that. No, it's, ooh. So something into, I suppose. Get on with hoarse, stifling, feeling of irritation. Oh, maybe is pitch. So, or sorry, itch. Oh, and a pinto is the horse. Pitch into something to get on with work, to pitch into it. I suppose. Let's just check it. Yeah, it's right. All right, so now a winning song for one who might sing a lullaby. Something Papa, oh Papa, Papa don't preach. Let's reveal it. Oh, pear. Wow. Um, so I suppose an au pair might sing a lullaby. Okay. A is A, winning is up. So if you're winning in a match, you're up. And a song is an air. Oh my goodness. Too tricky. Well, this does look like big top. I suppose a cook's equipment could be a stove top, but that seems a stretch too. And then I don't get mine comes from the east, and I don't expect this to be right, but let's check it. No. But it is something top. Mine comes from the east. No, I think since I've already used the check this, I'll just reveal it. Tip top. So the definition is great, I think. Oh, and it's Cook's equipment is a pot, and a mine, coal mine, is a pit, but they come from the east. They're both written backwards. Yeah, I should get used to comes from the east or anything about directions as being reversals. Dear. So now our Ronaldo's current boring antics are fooling around. Fooling around could be a do. No, not really. Now I'm going to reveal it. Cristiano. Wow, okay. Ah, so I think it's an anagram of antics are with an I for current that is boring into antics are, which are fooling around. And so it's just Ronaldo's first name. Of course, I always think of the older original Ronaldo when I see that name. Now, dim kind of family. Initially delayed. So it's not putting a D, it's removing the initial letter, I think. Or actually, no, it's not removing it, it's delaying it, pushing it back. So a nuclear family, the initial letter goes back to the second position, and dim is unclear. Wow. So now, oh, of course, optimists seek a silver lining. Um, what we will need to make wage. Oh, I see I've typed in sliver lining, which is, oh, and then I completely put that in the wrong place. Hold on, let's try that again. There we go. I don't quite get what we will need to make a wage is a silver lining. Unless they're talking about to actually make money, you'll need silver. But I'm not quite sure. Ah, so this is not an anagram. I was wasting my time with trash lies. But it might be lies scattered at the end. But trash, what's a short word for trash? Or just the whole thing? Oh yeah, maybe it does mean trash, and it's lies scattered behind a London attraction. Oh, the V and A and vandalize. Ooh, that was tricky. So trash as a verb. All right, I'm finally getting there. Of course, I had to reveal a lot of them. Kids utterance, eating chaps plum. Ah, plum is a color and could be magenta. Chap is gent. Oh, and a kid, it was a goat. Ma. I don't know if I know that maybe when I read children's books. Cows say moo, sheep say ba. Did I know that goats say ma? Anyway, now our writer of top spy book upset about bloomer. Excuse me. Oh, I think it's a memoirist would be a writer. So something is upset about a bloomer. Oh, there's an iris, yeah. MOT, top spy book, upset about. Is it Tom Clancy, maybe? So yeah, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's Memot. No, I'm going to have to check the blog. Let's check everything. Yeah, everything seems to have stayed. All right. All right, the blog today is by Lunapic and calls this a tour de force, mixture of easy and difficult. Gave ticks to almost every answer and double ticks. Wow, wow. Circus Maximus was my last one in. All right, so let's see. That's the one there was quite a few I don't fully understand. So it is a homophone of you, entertained by Cirques is, I suppose, slang for situation. I was right about the maxim is the soul. Oh, and us are the compilers. Ah, very good. Just a little, not sure about the Cirques, but anyway. Giving notice of, doesn't seem to be any question about that meaning apprising, so that just maybe is me. So E is the logarithmic base, so that's from mathematics, and then sent back A and men, okay? I think 22, no, I did get that just if meaning when, but again, they don't seem to bat an eye at that. And then 20 was the other one I wasn't sure about. 27. So they are doing it as input output, so that's probably correct. Georgie Porgy. And then in the downs, M is the top spy. Yeah, it's so funny in our minds we put spy book together, plus tome upset about Iris. Of course. Secret Service, I had no problem with. Silver Lining. What we will need, what we will need to make a wage. Wow. If you put AG for silver as a lining for we, wow, that is, yeah, that definitely deserves a tick. And then everything else, I think I understood, but very tricky. Anyway, I did enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.